Joy Behar never saw it coming. One moment she was delivering her usual sharp-witted commentary on The View, a show cherished by audiences for its mix of humor, sharp debate, and diverse opinions. Then Sunny Hostin, her colleague and a long-standing advocate for racial justice, turned the tables with a remark that left both Joy and millions of viewers stunned. Sunny's comment was subtle but potent. It implied that Joy's jokes and on-air commentary might have contributed to Melania Trump's $100 million lawsuit. A gasp rippled through the studio, and you could almost hear people at home sitting up straighter, trying to process what had just happened. The accusation wasn't direct, but it didn't need to be. Joy's expression froze, and her voice was steady yet razor-sharp as she demanded clarification. "Are you seriously suggesting that my commentary is the reason for this lawsuit?" she asked, her eyes locking onto Sunny's. The tension in the room was palpable even through the screen. You could feel it, the weight of the moment, the history between them, and the risk of such a bold claim. Sunny, ever passionate and articulate, doubled down, saying, "Some narratives were pushed relentlessly." Those words hung in the air, thick with implication. What started as a routine episode spiraled into a live television moment for the history books. But what could push Sunny to make such a claim? Was it frustration, a calculated move, or something deeper? Sunny Hostin had always been a fearless voice on The View, known for tackling tough subjects like racism and systemic inequality with conviction and confidence. She was admired for her ability to call out historical injustices without wavering. But that image took a hit when she appeared on the PBS show Finding Your Roots. There, Sunny discovered a piece of her family's past that stunned her, and her audience. It turned out her third great-grandfather had been a slaveholder. The revelation visibly shook her, but instead of confronting it, she brushed it off as a product of its time. Viewers were stunned. Critics, supporters, and even casual fans of the show began questioning Sunny's credibility. How could someone who demanded accountability from others fail to acknowledge her own family's troubling history? Social media lit up with heated debates. People who had once admired her clarity and conviction now accused her of hypocrisy. Posts flooded Twitter and Facebook, dissecting her remarks and questioning her integrity. Even longtime supporters were left conflicted, torn between their admiration for Sunny and disappointment in her response. It wasn't just the public taking notice. Conservative critics such as Fox News host Greg Gutfeld capitalized on the controversy. Gutfeld dedicated entire segments to dissecting Sunny's response, accusing her of hypocrisy and moral inconsistency. He painted a picture of someone who held others to a standard she wasn't willing to meet herself. Memes mocking Sunny went viral and hashtags calling her out trended across platforms. What had begun as a personal revelation snowballed into a character crisis, one that Sunny couldn't easily explain away. Meanwhile, Melania Trump's $100 million lawsuit loomed in the background. The lawsuit, alleging defamatory statements, added fuel to the firestorm surrounding The View. Although the specifics were unclear, many couldn't help but connect the dots between Sunny's family revelation, her subsequent handling of it, and Melania's legal action. Critics like Gutfeld didn't miss the opportunity to highlight this connection, weaving a narrative that Sunny's hypocrisy was part of a larger issue within The View. The show, once a hub for spirited debate and camaraderie, now found itself at the center of a media frenzy. ABC producers reportedly panicked as rumors swirled about advertisers considering pulling out. The View's reputation and perhaps its very future seemed at risk. In the midst of this storm, Sunny made a critical misstep. During a heated discussion on live television, she implied that Joy's jokes and commentary had helped fuel Melania's lawsuit. The accusation wasn't explicit, but it didn't need to be. Joy's sharp wit and fearless approach to humor had always been a signature part of the show, but Sunny's comment cast it in a new light, one that seemed to place blame at Joy's feet. The reaction was immediate. Joy, ever composed and quick on her feet, turned to Sunny with an intensity that couldn't be ignored. "Are you suggesting that I'm responsible for Melania Trump's lawsuit?" she asked, her voice calm yet cutting. Sunny hesitated, perhaps realizing the gravity of what she'd implied. But Joy didn't wait for an answer. She went on the offensive, reminding Sunny, and the millions watching at home, that The View had given her a platform to call out injustice, racism, and inequality. Joy pointed out the glaring contradiction in Sunny's stance. "You've spent years holding others accountable, refusing to let them off the hook. But when it's your family's history, suddenly it's too uncomfortable to face. And now you're blaming me for a lawsuit that has nothing to do with me? Her words hit like a hammer, and Sunny, usually so composed, seemed momentarily at a loss for words. The audience in the studio sat in stunned silence. On social media, clips of the exchange spread like wildfire. People praised Joy for holding Sunny accountable, while others criticized her for being too harsh. Behind the scenes, ABC executives scrambled to manage the fallout. The tension between Sunny and Joy wasn't just personal, it was becoming a public spectacle, and one that threatened the delicate balance of The View. In the days that followed, the air on the show remained tense. Sunny and Joy shared the stage, but their usual camaraderie was gone. Every glance, every word exchanged between them, was dissected by viewers and critics alike. Sunny, when interviewed about the incident, admitted that the discovery of her family's history had been difficult to process. But she stopped short of apologizing, either for her handling of the situation or for implicating Joy. Joy, meanwhile, made her stance clear in her own subtle but unmistakable way. She had drawn a line in the sand, and the audience could feel it. The question now was simple. Could they move past this? Or was this the beginning of the end for one of daytime television's most iconic partnerships? For older viewers who have followed The View for years, this clash feels like a pivotal moment. It's not just about the personalities or the drama. It's about the integrity of the show itself. People tune in for thoughtful discussions, sharp humor, and honest debate. But this confrontation has laid bare a deeper tension that may not be easily resolved. At its heart, this is a story about accountability, integrity, and the fine line between personal and professional boundaries. If you've followed The View over the years, you know it's a show that thrives on spirited debate. But this latest chapter is unlike anything we've seen before. The stakes feel higher, the fractures deeper. Whether you're Team Joy, Team Sunny, or simply a fan of the show, one thing is clear. The View will never quite be the same after this. If you found this story as gripping as we did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the latest celebrity and TV drama. Thanks for watching.